G'day and welcome to Carnage.
CARNAGE!
I'm Telfo and that is Scotty. Carnage is all about having lots of fun building ridiculous project cars.
And we're going to take this poxy little hairdresser's car and give it a big V8 and twin turbos.
What have you done, Tel?
I've done something terrible. So we're here at an auction house, Grays Online in Melbourne, Dandenong. Last night somehow I got conned into bidding on a strange car.
The story is, yesterday we were at Powerhouse Engines, machining Aiden's motor, and while there was some slow periods with surfing the net, and stumbled across this car, which I immediately sent to Telf and said, we need to buy this.
It didn't look good in the photos. I don't really know why we bought it.
Because they only had 4 hours to go on the auction. So over the next 4 hours, me and Aiden basically peer pressured Telf into buying this car without any of us actually physically looking at it.
Have either of you ever bought a car at auction, sight unseen?
Yep.
Never. I was brought up to never buy a car sight unseen or to inspect it in the dark or anything like that. I've gone against all my upbringing. What have you done to me? So we've just seen a puff of smoke in the distance. I really hope that's not our car, but we're about to find out.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, here it is.
Oh Jesus.
Wow. It's everything I hoped and dreamed it wouldn't be. But yeah, I wasn't expecting much better. Oh, it's like a visor.
This is the best thing ever.
So bad.
This is so good. Yeah, it does have a certain perfume to it.
Anyway, let's see if we can make it home under its own steam. I'm not hopeful, but here we go.
We'll meet you.
So the window doesn't go down for starters. Here we go, maiden voyage. We don't even have a name for this project yet. I'm going to call it Project Regret.
Waiting for it to just throw a rod in the middle of the road.
I'm waiting for it to catch fire.
What have we done?
I can't believe we convinced him to buy this thing, but to be honest, he didn't need much convincing. He was, didn't need much of a push. Oh man. Oh, that's not gonna last long.
Not really gonna last long. It's gonna end up on our windscreen.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh my god, that was so good.
You might as well put the roof down now.
Yeah.
Enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah.
You guys have both owned MX5s.
Yeah. So
Oh, it's that easy.
it's my secret shame.
Oh my god, look at that. The slime. Oh.
The irony is, this is the place where we shoot all the beautiful cars. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, HSVs, all the good shit. And now we're gonna put this pile of junk in there.
This is a 1990-something Mazda NB MX5, a second-gen version of the world's most popular two-seater sports car, also known as a Miata in the United States. Mazda modelled its now iconic convertible off classic British roadsters of the 60s, but made them reliable with fuel-injected four-cylinder engines and manual gearboxes driving the rear wheels. This car features a lovingly restyled roof that does almost nothing to keep out the rain, and numerous oil leaks that are staining the studio floor right now. Mazda's MX-5 has developed an unfortunate reputation as a bit of a hairdresser's car over the years, but it deserves to be thought of as a proper driver's car, something that this one has clearly done a lot of. This dank and disgusting interior has all the hallmarks of a car that has definitely spent some time underwater. The smell is a mixture of mold and wet dog, and though it is mostly original in here, parts of it are currently held together by gaffer tape or not there at all, possibly because they needed more gaffer tape. It is honestly one of the most unpleasant places to be, and if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go and burn my clothes.
So we're driving the MX5 for probably the last time in a few months. We're heading down to All Race Fabrications at the moment, where the boys are going to cut the rear end out, do a 4 Lincoln tubs, probably fit some 325s under the rear, and then set it up for an LS up front. So we don't know if we're going 5.7 or 6 litre. Either way, it's going to be pretty mad. And then, on top of all that, we're going to do twin turbos. Oh, man, this thing is low to the ground. It overheated its tits off coming here. I mean, the heat gauge was, whoa, way past H. Well, that's the last thing this little girl's ever going to do. So this is it, guys. First day that we're going to lay spanners on our new MX5 project. We're down at All Race Fabrications today. So the aim today is to strip it all the way down to the bones, and then we're going to start that LS conversion, and the boys are going to 4 link it and tub it as well. Disconnect the battery this time after the taxi incident. The carpet's so filthy in this thing, it's going straight in the bin. Oh, that is foul. Oh, it's on me. Yeah. There's one big difference between this car and doing an older car. In an older car, you're constantly coming up against rusted in bolts and that sort of thing. And even though this thing has been fairly moist, none of the bolts have been too hard to get to or get out. All right, so what I'm doing at the moment is loosening off the cross member bolts. So when we do get it down on ground level again, we don't have to crack them, right from the start. We can just undo them. But basically the plan is to drop everything, engine, trans, diff, all as a group, and it's all held together by this big wishbone, for want of a better word, that basically just ties it all together. It looks pretty amazing when it's out on the ground. Okay, so we've been under the car loosening all the bolts, and I think we've got the engine and front cross member sitting pretty much just hanging off these top suspension strut bolts at the moment. So I'll get the jack under the rear end, and we'll take the last couple of bolts out of there. Then we should be able to lift the body clear of the drive line. So check it out, guys, here we have it. The whole drive line's out of our MX5, and it looks pretty cool laid out like this. So now we've got to decide what we use out of this front end. We'll probably use a cross member in the front suspension, but that's about it. Engine and gearbox, well, that's going to be up for sale because this thing's getting a big V8. It's going to have 2 turbos hanging out of the bonnet, and it's going to look mad. And the rear end, well, we're doing a 4-link 9-inch tubs, and the boys reckon they're going to try and squeeze a 325 tyre under the rear end of this, and that's a whole lot of rubber. Hey guys, so we're out at Powerhouse Engines today. We've got an LS engine here that we picked up for about $1,000. It's out of a VY Adventurer, which is why it's got a front diff in there. But we're going to get rid of all that stuff, convert this over to a 2-wheel drive setup, strip the whole thing down. We're going to get some good rods and pistons in this thing so we can make some real power with our MX5. Anyway, let's see if they left any oil in it for me. Of course they did. So we've got our engine down to a bare core now. I reckon it's time to crack it open. So apparently these main caps can be a bit of a mongrel to pull out. That's why these guys have made a very cool little tool to just pull them out like that. How simple is that? Wow. It's so good. Makes it really easy. There you go. Woo, woo, woo. Okay guys, that's not a bad morning's work. We've got this LS engine pulled down to its bare block. Would you believe this is the first time I've ever worked on an LS engine? So the boys are going to throw this in the hot tank. They're going to bore it out. We're going to keep it standard stroke. We're going to just put good rods, good pistons, new valves, stainless valves, cam, lifters, the whole deal. It's going to be a nice solid engine. Should make, well, we're hoping 600-700 horsepower at the tyres with a pair of turbos hanging off it. Okay guys, so I reckon that'll do us for this episode. So we've got our MX5 down at All Race getting tubs right now. Tubs, cage, 4-link, all that stuff. We've got our LS1 down at Powerhouse Engines. We've already pulled it down. The boys have already put it through the tank, so it's all nice and clean. Next will be machining and building this up into a really tough combo, and then getting it back into the MX5 with those twin turbos and getting ready for red centre nats. So that'll be next episode, so check back next month.